Hello everyone, welcome back to Tea and Sports. 2026 ICC Women's T20 World Cup qualifiers is just around the corner, and Nepal, who are going to be participating for the first time in history in this tournament, will be hosting it here in Kathmandu. We are here
Right.
to look at the tournament and discuss everything you need to know about this tournament. I'm your host Prayash Phuyal, and joining me is
Hello.
Pratyakshya Ghimire. Welcome to the show, Pratyakshya.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's look at the groups first. 10 teams participating, divided into two groups. In Group A, we have Ireland, Bangladesh, Papua New Guinea, Namibia, and USA. And in the second group, we have Scotland, Thailand, Netherlands, Zimbabwe, and Nepal. For the first time, there will be a 12-team T20I World Cup in women's cricket, and all of these teams will be very excited about their chances with four teams qualifying to the World Cup. But how do you look at this?
I love this format. I love the expansion of every form of cricket right now. ICC has done really well. I think the two more berths for this World Cup, it's a really good step. It allows teams like Nepal or any other lesser known rank. Previously, we had no chance, to be fair. This time, though, it's different story.
Yeah, Nepal had quite a miraculous journey reaching here as well. Rain definitely helped Nepal's way to this qualifiers and helping it reach and even host the first ever global qualifiers. When we look through the teams, some very strong sides. Ireland are here, Bangladesh, Scotland, and Thailand. Who are the favorites for the tournament for you?
Yeah, I think those four are probably the clear favorites for me. Bangladesh, they always play the World Cup. Ireland, the highest rank among the participants. Scotland played last edition. They played alongside Sri Lanka, qualified alongside Sri Lanka last time. And one ex berth are Thailand, especially. Those four, the clear PNG are surprisingly a very good side in women's game. Netherlands, Zimbabwe, I think even Nepal have a shot at it.
Eight teams are already there. England will be hosting the tournament alongside them. It will be Australia, India, England, and the defending champions New Zealand as well. South Africa will join them along with West Indies, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. Pakistan and Sri Lanka went through the rankings, top two ranked side among the remaining, and yeah, and looking through this qualifiers group stage, Group A has Ireland, Bangladesh, Papua New Guinea, Namibia, and USA, and Group B has Scotland, Thailand, Netherlands, Zimbabwe, and Nepal. Which one looks the tougher for you?
I think the Group B is a tougher group. I think there's a lot more competition, if I can say. Uh, Group A, Bangladesh and Ireland should make it through, while PNG will possess some threat. They'll give a good shot. I do not expect USA. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but USA probably one of the weaker sides. Group B, though, I think it's a little more competitive. The European sides are a good sides, are good sides. Of course, Thailand is there, Zimbabwe, and Nepal at home could cause upset.
Okay, let's look at how they got through here. There was one team from the American region to get here, and USA quite comfortably get through, beating Canada, Brazil, and Argentina. Maybe they had the easiest of route to these global qualifiers. Well, in Asia, it was quite a drama. The the Asia qualifiers was held by Thailand, and there were nine teams contesting, divided into three groups. One team from each group reached the Super Series, and Nepal had quite a luck there. Hong Kong's three matches were washed away by rain, and even though Nepal had inferior run rate to Hong Kong, they reached because of the number of wins to the Super C stages, and Thailand and Nepal made it through, leaving UAE behind. And in Europe, two of the strongest sides, Ireland and Netherlands, were ahead of Italy and Germany to reach here. In Africa, it was Zimbabwe and Namibia, leaving behind Tanzania and Uganda. And from East Asia Pacific qualifiers, Papua New Guinea have made it through, beating Indonesia, Japan, and Vanuatu. So, yeah, it was quite exciting for Nepal to come here, and as hosts now, they will be definitely supported by the home crowd. We have all known how the home support has done wonders for the men's cricket. Now it's time for the girls.
Yeah, we I expect a pretty big crowd actually. Whichever format, whichever sort of men's or women's or under 19s or under 16s, you'd always get support here in Nepal, and both the grounds, I think they will fill up uh, to support the girls.
Yeah, and looking at the fixtures, most of the matches of Group B will be in TU Cricket Ground or Cricket Stadium, whatever you like to call it now, with the floodlights and the parapet as well. So, looking at the larger picture as well, in men's cricket, there is regional qualifiers, and in women's cricket, it is global qualifiers where teams from across the world get together, come in one place, and fight for those spots. How do you feel about this format?
I love this format. This could be a very unpopular opinion, but I prefer global qualifiers to those regional ones. In this global qualifiers, you contest worldwide. You'll contest against teams from every continent, and the best team qualifies. While in the regional qualifiers, you often see the lesser known teams or the weaker teams, if I can say. I mean, it's great for the growth, but I think this format, it's a hybrid, isn't it? First you play the regional finals, and then you qualify to the bigger qualifiers. So this format is brilliant. The men's format. Uh, Many people like it, and I understand why they do, because you got to be inclusive and bring all the regions together. But I think the global qualifiers, it's a lot more fun, and it's whoever deserves plays here for me. So brilliant format, but unpopular. I understand.
Yeah, and all the teams have come through their regional qualifiers to the global qualifiers, so it does give them the chance to build up to this tournament and come in with a lot of confidence as well. 10 teams fighting for four spots, that's a positive sign as well. The cricket is expanding. ICC have expanded this Women's T20 World Cup to 12 teams from the 10 teams previously. So all of these teams might be quite positive about their chances of making it through to the World Cup.
Yeah, even if they don't make it to the World Cup, it's a massive stage. It's a global qualifier. It's a bigger ICC global tournament. The world will be watching. I mean, every team that has qualified for the World Cup will be watching. You can get a lot of chances, even in the franchise leagues. Even in women's cricket, we see a lot of franchise leagues. So if you can perform here, it's not just for the team; it's for the individual players. At many of the franchise leagues that go on.
Yeah, looking at the format itself, uh, three teams from each group will move on to the Super Six, and they will also be carrying their group stage points against the teams that have qualified and play the remaining three matches against the teams from the other group. And whoever finishes in top four will be qualifying to the World Cup. So even the weaker sides have a bigger possibility because of those four teams. We can see upset in any match, basically. So, who are your four favorites to qualify to the next round?
For favorites, I think, as I said, it's pretty obvious for me. I don't want to sound too boring, but I think Ireland, Bangladesh, Scotland, and Thailand are the four strongest sides. Uh, is there an upset on the cards? Maybe yes, because this is a really interesting format and it's very unpredictable. With the women's game, especially more than the men's game, is very unpredictable. Nepal, see, I want to be optimistic, but I don't quite see them do it. But teams like PNG or maybe Netherlands, they can get that one berth. I think Thailand will have a tough tournament. Uh, but the other three sides, Ireland, Scotland, and Bangladesh, I think should make it through. The remaining spot will be contested between Thailand, PNG, maybe Netherlands, and if against all odds, maybe Nepal, who knows, on home conditions.
Yeah, women's cricket tends to have a lower scoring matches, but the warm-up matches Nepal has played have been quite high scoring as well. So you never know. In these conditions, Nepal will be much more familiar with the conditions as compared to the other nations who have traveled a far distance from their home. And considering that Nepal is expected to be well supported by the home crowd, you never know. Some upsets might be up their sleeve.
Yeah, we're playing good cricket actually. We played pretty decent cricket. We've seen high scores, surprisingly. We've seen high scores in this ongoing series. We beat USA today. We've seen high scores. They were scoring at once. At once they were scoring at nines and tens and over. USA batted pretty well, so I on a good track, especially at TU. I think we could see a pretty high scoring and it's great for the game. To women's T20 as women's cricket normally has low scoring, and low scoring games are fun actually. It's more fun than high scoring for me. I love the low scoring thrillers, but I expect a slightly higher scores. The conditions are good. It's cold here, so that will be a factor. But the European sides, they are used to playing in cold. They'll have no problem. And most of the games are day games, so it won't affect that much.
Talking about Nepal's recent high scoring warm up matches, we'll definitely be dissecting Nepal's squad and talk about all 15 players in the next video. So do stay tuned for that. To stay updated about all things cricket, subscribe to TN Sports. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section and we'll see you very, very soon. Keep loving TN Sports.